Yes, guys. Good morning. Hope that you can hear me. I'm still playing around with the settings for everything. So, today we've got Trump speaking in around an hour and a half. So I'm only going to trade this first macro, and then I'm going to leave the second macro and the PM session due to Trump speaking and it also being No News Wednesday. But we do have we have a bearish bias today coming into the session. Of course, price could just run up from this point. We're at all-time highs. Anything can happen. All-time highs are extremely difficult to trade for anybody that's new to the group. I don't really like to trade the all-time highs, but all of the sell-side liquidity is lower, and price has been engineering this push higher, and we are now entering a little bit of a euphoric state inside of the stock market. As you can see here, people are just constantly buying this market up. So price could just run up today to reverse Thursday, because we also have the Fed pivot coming up soon, which we should see a cut in the Federal Reserve rates. Therefore, that may be the reversal point. So we could just keep running higher up until the Fed decides to cut the rates, essentially. So yeah, with that knowledge, we'll have a look. We do have a unicorn model set up right here. We do have a breaker block. We have everything for a short position. We are just at all-time highs. Alright, so there's your breaker. It's a little bit difficult to see, but it is there. And if we roll over, then we may enter short. But yeah, it's not. All-time highs are sketchy. All-time highs are sketchy. One sec, guys, it's really loud. What was that? Sounds like bombs are going off. Right, keep it moving anyway. Yeah, still not really much to do at this point, guys. So there is this small fair value gap right there, which some people would like to enter off of. I'm not really too convinced. Yeah, guys, I'm not going to take this trade. I'm just letting you guys know I'm not really interested in taking this trade. Of course, it can just run down, but look at the way that ES is behaving. ES, NQ, completely uncorrelated. It's not really something I'm interested in, guys. That's just personal preference. That's what works for me, and I'm not willing to take that. Now, if ES can break down lower at this point, that is something I'm interested in right here. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's actually kicking off outside. Yeah, ES just continues to just shoot higher. Yeah, I don't want to be in this at all. It just seems like a vector recovery to push higher. But yeah, I could be wrong. But we'll see. This is showing behavior that is ready to finish and look to reverse. Let's have a look at what Trump is saying. I know someone in the group notified me saying it's about the Ukraine business, but let me see if I can actually get that clarified. Yeah, no idea. Let's get rid of these tabs. So yes, guys, I know this looks clean. So some of you people will be thinking, why are we not taking this? It's just personal preference with ES shooting up to these highs like this. I just don't really like it. I want to see them both moving at the same time, giving me the same ideas. And then I'll be confident in taking it. But I can't take a trade based off NQ shooting down slightly and ES is just ripping higher with not even a sign of a reversal. So for me, it's just not worth it. I'd happily just rather sit out and wait for a clean setup. And there we go. That's exactly why. Apologies. Right, guys, I have got this Discord that we're going to start getting up and running really soon. We're going to start live streaming through there because I've had a few people message me saying the live streams through Discord are instant, and through YouTube they're a little bit lagged. So that is something I'm looking to do within the next few weeks. I'm just getting up and running, so you can already join it if you go onto the Discord or you go through Whoop. You already have access to it, but it's very bare bones at the minute. It's not really set up. But there's already one or two, I think there's about 3 people in there already. Somehow they've managed to find it without me even disclosing it's available. But that is something that's coming up in the future. So if you do end up seeing the Discord in the Whoop and then you enter it and it looks like shit, it's because it's in progress, alright? So it's not going to end up looking like that in a couple of weeks. We're going to make sure it's all up to speed, looking proper. But I'm still seeing absolutely no opportunities, guys. Just nothing. I'd like to see a higher time frame unicorn model set up. That would be nice. So kind of want to see something a little bit like this. Where's that my little path tool? Shoot up, shoot down, come up, take up this high again, break down, tap in, and then start targeting these London session lows. Something like that is what we're looking for, ideally. So let's see if we get it. We're getting it in a yes. Yes, YouTube does have a 10-second delay. Yeah, it is a problem with YouTube. I've tried changing the latency and the bitrate and things like this. You know, I don't really know too much about it all, but I do understand that there's a little bit of lag in the YouTube's live stream. So yeah, it's always important to have your phone on hand because you will get the update of when I enter a trade, the exact second I enter the trade. I kind of have it already preloaded up of what I'm about to take, and then I'll update it. The second I press the button on my phone and you get the notification. But yeah, the live stream is a little bit lagged, so we're going to get that sorted. I just need to figure out how to close off certain areas, do this and that. I've got to learn it all, so just got to bear with me for a few weeks. Alright, let's have a look at what news we have tomorrow, while we actually haven't really got anything going on here. So tomorrow's core PPI, which is good because it's at the same time as CPI, which was yesterday, which managed to catch that 100-point banger. So tomorrow should be a very probable day, in my opinion. And then Friday, what do we have? Core retail sales at the same time, but then we also have news at okay. So yeah, tomorrow and Friday should be pretty good days. Okay, let's have a look at this. Here we go. Here's the real move. Here we go. This is the real move. No, I'll delete one. I'll stop outside of the vector candle zones. It looks almost like the exact same setup as yesterday. So yeah, we'll give it a go if we get an entry. really don't like how lagged ES is. Yeah, I don't really like how lagged ES is at all. Any points away are we from the London session? We should have seen acceleration there. The fact we didn't see an acceleration there, I don't like that. Right, there we go. Alright, cool guys. Now you're going to put that TP to break even. So we're going to put the TP just at that 50% retracement level right there. Right there. So what is that? Yeah, if you guys can just make sure you guys are liking this stream, it does really help when I make this public. So if you guys can just like the stream, now you've secured this dub. That's 2 out of 2 this week. Easy as that. Same setup as yesterday. You guys see it clear as day. So guys, make sure you like the stream, please. Make sure you like the stream. Let's see if we get the second TP. And then what's that final? About 94 points down at these London session lows. Let's see if we get it. Yeah, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate your sickness. Let's see if we get an acceleration. We really need to see it. ES is so lagged behind. You can see like how far away ES is from NQ. You know, look at these. I can make it clear for you guys. It's quite hard to make it clear, to be honest. But essentially, these pairs are completely different sides of the scale. What is this platform? So this platform is TradingView. I'm sure you should know that. But yeah, this is TradingView. But I just have mine set up in a completely different way that you've probably never seen before. So that's probably why you're confused. No, you're welcome, brother. No problem. If you need your charts to look like this, just hit me up on Instagram or message me on Telegram, and we'll get you set up. No problem. Get you set up. You need this on your chart. You need to be able to see market movement, market sentiment. You can't just trade ICT, in my opinion. But yeah, there we go. All right, I think that's going to be a second TP, guys. Let me just move this stop into profit. ES wants to come take this. I always do that. Every stream, I've got to fumble my words. But anyway, ES is going to want to take this area of interest right here. You can see how it's kind of marked out in like this green shade. So I'm assuming that when price comes down and taps into this area, we should just see a rip down lower. It's kind of what I'm expecting. If we don't get second TP by a tick, then yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, by 2 points. I don't really see a reason for price to reverse from that point. Relative equal lows right there. We should see price take them. Alright lads, I'm going to leave this trade exactly how it is. Yeah, I'm going to go get some food quick. 1 sec lads. So if it stops us out or TP happens or whatever happens, it's okay, don't worry. Back in literally 2 seconds. Alright, yes, guys. One second, lads. What is my strategy? It's pretty much my own. It's bits and pieces from all over the industry, but I've kind of farmed it down to a little bit of my own strategy. So I haven't really given it a name yet, but it's a combination of ICT and Traders Reality. Ah, mate, can you just stop us out, or can we get on with this? Here we go. Is it time? Yeah, if you want to learn how to trade the strategy that I'm trading, go check out my YouTube channel and go look at some of the newer videos or the older videos, whatever you want. Depends how in depth you want to get. And just have a little look. Tell me what you think. And if you want to access the spreadsheet, which is all the trades that we've taken this year, go onto my Instagram and join the free Telegram, and that'll give you access to the spreadsheet of all the trades that we've taken this year. So yeah, full transparency over these sides, guys. Every trade I've taken's been on live or been in the signals room, so the guys know exactly what trades we've been taking. Alright, cool. That's second TP smash done. Okay, brother. Yeah, you can learn. It takes time, okay? So don't think this is going to happen in 10 minutes, because it's not. I'm going to keep it real with you. You know, I could try and sell you some shit and tell you it's going to take 10 minutes. It's not. It's going to take minimum a year to learn exactly what you're doing, how to execute correctly, how to not really get scared when markets are like bouncing around your TP, but you're not taking price off or not moving your stop too aggressively. These are the things that take time. Learning it's really easy. You can learn this in a week, but it's actually having the discipline to not be able to take your TP off, your stop loss off, knowing where to put it. It's just shit like that, pretty much. Yo, guys, why does the stream look like fucking Roblox? And what fuck the settings are and shit? I don't think so. On my end, it just looks like shit. Hey, J Kim, is that... Does it look like shit on your screen as well? Oh, it's good. Oh, okay, maybe it's just my internet, I don't know. Yeah, I'm watching it back on my phone just so I can just see the quality and shit like that. It just looks like fucking... It looks like Minecraft or something. It looks awful. Oh well, as long as it's working for you lot, then fuck it. Because I did change the bitrate, trying to get the audio or trying to get something fixed. I changed some shit. So yeah. Alright, how many points have we scored so far? I think it was around 40, around 48. Let's see if we can get this final push down to these London session lows. Yes, guys, I appreciate you guys. Thank you. I know I'm being really noisy right now, but man, I'm fucking starving, so sorry, guys. Alright, that's me all done. That's me all done. Does anybody have any questions regarding this trade that we've taken in today's session, or are you guys all up to speed and know what's going on? I know there's one or two new guys in here over the last 20 to 48 hours, so if you guys got any questions, let me know. How many trades? I'll just take one trade, guys. I only take one trade. So I'll take one trade, and if it's a winner, I'm just going to turn it off for the day. There's no point me chasing, more than one. One win is more than enough. You know how much we made on this trade across all the accounts. I don't need to take any more trades. If we take a loser, then I'll approach the. I may look for another opportunity to take a second trade, but I'm going to significantly lower my risk, and I'm only going to really be aiming for a break even on the day. Really. Of course, if we can make a profit, that would be nice, and sometimes that does happen, but more than less, if you take a loss, I'm going to be looking for a break-even opportunity for my second trade, and if that doesn't occur, then I'm done for the day, and I'll be back tomorrow with back to normal risk. Pretty much kind of how it works. Yeah, let me. That's a bit confusing, right? So, general rule of thumb: one trade, and if it's a winner, I'm done. If I take a loss, I'm taking two trades, and if I take two losses, I'm done. That's a really clear way to break it down. It just stops you, because if you don't have a rule in place, like, say for example, I'm just happy to be taking 5 trades, and I'll just take 5 losses. The account's gonna go. I'm not gonna have any motivation to come back tomorrow with my account down 6k and think, yeah, I'm gonna make that back. My motivation's gone. I'm just gonna full port the account and go fuck it. Like, I don't care. So I'd rather just take, if I take a loss, it's gonna be a $2,000 loss, and I'll be like, right, I can get that back tomorrow. It's not a problem. So I'd rather just turn it off there. It's more of a mental thing, and it works for me. So it stops me being stupid, which we all go through. Everyone's human. These guys that come on here say they never do any of that, they're lying. Everyone does it. It happens. It's been a while, but it happens, trust me. Crash outs happen. It's part of the game. As long as you just know how to manage your crash out, and you can identify when you're going to crash out, that's the difference. But yeah, game sickness. Are you inside of the Telegram? Can you pass Apex in one trade? Yes, you can. Need to get new command sorted. Top step wouldn't switch mine. Deleted the whole account. That fucking hell. That my boy dirty. Okay, so you're inside there. Alright, cool. Alright guys, so I'm going to start breaking this trade down a little bit more now because we're starting to come into some sort of laggy price action. So if price takes out this short-term low here, then we're going to be moving our stops. Alright, I can get rid of this now, this 50% retracement, not really bothered about it. We're going to be moving our stops into that area, okay? So that's the game plan, alright? Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, it's just so you get notified about anything that's going on, essentially. Yeah, I don't see why price would not come down to this London session low. As you can clearly see, like, it's clear as day, guys. So let me break it down. Accumulation, you can see there, accumulation. Here's your manipulation, and then here is your distribution. You get it, guys, yeah? Accumulation, manipulate higher, distribute lower. Clean AMD. Same thing as yesterday. Exactly the same thing. Accumulation, manipulation, and then this is also part of the manipulation. This is a little bit trickier to see, but it's the same thing. Distribution. Accumulation, manipulation, distribute. Same thing. You just see it over and over. It just does the same shit over and over again. It just gets easy. It just gets boring. It doesn't get easy, alright, I'm gonna say that. It just gets boring. There's so many boxes going on here. Fucking hell. Fuck off. Okay. What times did you mark out Asia session and London session? Alright. Alright. So I kind of have this thing that just puts it on for me. But if you want to mark it out manually, you want to be looking for one second, let me just monitor this trade quickly. Let me just monitor. Actually, do you know what I'm gonna do? Okay, guys, move your stops. Right, let's move those stops into a bit of a profit, guys, a bit more. Right, this is what you want. So, London. Alright, so that's London session 2 till 5. So just make sure you've got that marked down. London session is more important than the Asian session range, okay? So London session is key. And the Asian session range, I don't even remember the times because I've been using this thing for so long. 6 o'clock all the way up until 4 o'clock. All right. That's what I use at the Asian session range. I need to get rid of all this shit. Right, it's time to scan out again. 2 seconds, boys. All right, yes, gentlemen. So, London session here this is called the kill zone session. So this is the brink session. Okay, so this is when, so between 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. is the time where Asia session and Asia session and the London session cross over into one. All right. So you see this EU brinks here. If I turn this on, you're going to see it. This EU brink. This is when 2 sessions are currently live at one time. Same with this box right here. This is where the London session and the New York session are live at one time. So these are high interest areas. So this is a high interest area. So once we sweep this low, we could see a sharp reversal back upwards. Oh. But I eat that food too fast. Oh. Right. Let's get these stops. Move down a bit more. Sound. So yeah, it's all about your high interest areas. You want to be looking at where it's going to have the most volume being traded, most activity going on. Yes, it's so far away from thank you. What's your win rate, bro? We should start seeing a little bit of a rejection. Now we've tapped into this EU brinks. So we have the brink session right there. We might see a little bit of turbulence here. Hopefully we can just get a flush and we can just get this 100-point banger out the way and get on with life. Get on with life. Alright, yes, is running into this high turbulent area. Let's see. You see there, we're running into a huge area of support right there. So we kind of want to see this area of support get swept, almost like a liquidity grab. That's kind of what we're hoping for in ES. We don't want to see this bounce from this point. We should be really moving these stocks more aggressively, but I think I'm going to let it ride. I want to see the activity in and around this area, and then I'll know for sure if we're going to get this final TP or not. Let's see. This is the key area. Okay, we've got a little bounce, not much. Let's move these stops. Let's get these out of this zone. Okay. Alright guys, I'm going to close out manually here. Alright, I'm going to close manually. Yeah, I'm going to close out manually. We're finding some support at that area, which I don't really like. So I'm not going to risk it. I'll just take that. I'm happy with that. It's a good trade. So we got out around here. So that's around 80 points on the day. That's good. That's good. Alright, we'll leave it as that then, guys, and we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow should be a nice day, I believe. Tomorrow should be a good day with it being PPI. Alright guys, I'm out. Peace. I'm glad you learned a lot. We'll be back tomorrow, brother.